welcome to GUNK's YouTube channel. I'm Olivia, and in this video we are going to be creating a Andy Warhol inspired look, inspired by his Marilyn Monroe photographs. Hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start off with the Milk Hide Grip Primer, just around the areas around my mouth that are a little bit more flared. I'm just going to take that around here, any red areas, a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to use a couple of primers today, just to help the cream makeup sit really nicely on the skin. I'm then going to take Illamasqua Hydra Val, and it comes with a little spoon, and I'm just going to take just a small amount using the spoon, and don't forget to sanitize the spoon after you've used. Just going to take that small amount and apply it where I have some dry patches. So I have eczema on my face and on my hands, so I have to be very careful with a lot of the products that I use. So a lot of my products are fragrance free because I have allergies to fragrance. Then lastly, because we are going to be using cream products, I am just going to take the Revolution, it's called the Blurring Balm, and it's called a Pore Blurring Compact. Just looks like this, and this is my personal one, so I can stick my fingers in it, and I'm just going to put that on areas which need blurring. So I have pores around my nose, and because we're going to be using cream makeup, we don't want the cream to sit in the lines. I also do find around the eczema around my mouth that it is nice to create a barrier. I have eczema around my eyes as well, so I just like to put a little bit there and around my forehead. And that's it for primer. So for the base, I'm mixing my L'Oreal True Match in the colour 1N and my Ben Nye Cream Palette, Master Cream Palette. And I've just mixed that to create a really nice pink base. For the Andy Warhol look, Marilyn Monroe has a really soft pink face, and the rest of her detail is quite dark or quite bright, so that's why I've just mixed it in with the foundation, just to make it look a little bit more skin-like. So I'm going to apply that. I can add more pink on top if I need it, but I don't want to start off with too much pink, just in case. I'm just going to take a buffing brush and whatever's left on my hand, and I'm just going to start blending it in. I have some rollers in, so I'm just going to try and blend that right up into the hairline, and I will be adding a bit to the neck as well. That's the first layer done. I'm just going to go in with a second layer just to really intensify that colour. So again, using my L'Oreal colour foundation, the Ben Nye palette. I'm actually going to also use a sponge just to press this layer in. So now that the face is completely set with the pink foundation, I'm actually going to lightly apply some Illamasqua loose powder in translucent. Just very lightly, just to set the base makeup, because we are going to be layering some creams and powders on top, but I just don't want this pink layer to move. And I'm going to take a small brush so I can concentrate the powder where I want it. So from the same Midnight Cream Master Palette, I'm actually going to start to do the shading, and I'm actually going to use the black. I don't want to tip it too much. Going to use the black, and I'm going to use a flat foundation brush, and I have my reference picture to the side just so to get some inspiration from where I want the shading to go. So I'm just applying this black around the edges of the head. I like this brush because it gets a really nice stroke. I'm just going to flick it up. So I am doing this in light strokes and building up colour, and I find with cream, well, with anything, that building up is way better. Remember, this look can be messy, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you look at the artwork of Warhol, you can see in the images that they're not 100% neat. So I'm going to take a large fluffy brush and a black eyeshadow from the Bright Beauty Bay palette. I'm just going to use these two at the top, and I'm just going to set the black. So for the eyebrows, I'm going to use the powder again, and I'm going to fill in my eyebrows in black. For the eyeshadow colour, I'm going to be using this P. Louise colour base in the colour Touch of Frost, and this is going to be the base for my turquoise eyeshadow. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit out onto my hand. And I'm going to create a feline shape. Then, using a flat brush and my Beauty Bay Bright palette, I'm going to go in with a really light blue just to match, just here. And I'm going to set the colour. So I am going to add a few lashes. Because Marilyn Monroe has kind of a slightly lower lash, I'm actually going to be using the Eyelure 3/4 length, and I've just applied some glue and I'm just waiting for them to get tacky. For the lips, I'm going to outline the lip in a black lip liner. Then in the middle, I'm going to apply Kiko red lipstick in number 4. And go back in with the eyeliner and just tidy up some areas. And using that same lip liner, I'm just going to rub it off on my hand, and I'm just going to apply a little blue beauty spot. At this point, this is the makeup completed. However, if you did want to add some line work around the eyes, around the mouth, maybe you wanted to define the shading up a little bit more, you can. I'm just going to apply the tiniest little detail in the crease of the eye. So for now, the makeup is complete. I'm going to take my hair out. I'm going to try and style it a little bit similar to the photo, and I'll be back. So this is the finished look. I've just pinned my hair up from being in rollers just a little bit, just to kind of get that shorter look. Obviously, if you wanted to add some bright colour to the hair, you could definitely do that. That would look really nice. But this is the finished look.